What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm going to give you an exact checklist to become a profitable trader in 2024. The checklist is going to be about how to learn the most as possible from 2023 and how to build an action plan to become a profitable trader in 2024. So let's get started. So on the screen you can see the checklist, and the checklist starts with reviewing 2023. And there are a few key questions that you want to ask yourself. And the first one is going to be, did I reach my goal in 2023? So did you set a goal for yourself and did you reach it? What's your goal to become profitable in 2023? What's your goal to become funded with 200k or more, for example? Take a look at your goal if you have set one. If you didn't set one, make sure you set one for next year. But if you did set a goal for 2023, did you reach it? And if you didn't reach it, how? Why? Why did you not reach your goal? If you reached the goal, what did you do to reach your goal? Maybe you can replicate it for your new goal. So there's always something to learn. If you didn't reach your goal, really ask yourself why. Didn't you put in enough effort? Did you make the same mistakes over and over again? Really think about that. And if you did reach your goal, ask yourself, what are the things I did to make sure I reached my goal? And how can I emulate this next year so I reach my goal again? Then the next question you want to ask yourself is going to be, which 3 mistakes have cost me the most amount of money? And this does require a journal usually, but if you didn't journal, you will probably know which mistakes you've made over and over again and which mistakes have cost you the most amount of money. So write it down. Write down the top 3 mistakes that you made in 2023 that cost you the most amount of money. And then ask yourself, how can I stop making those in 2024 and the years after? So take your time to make that list and then make an action plan to make sure you will never make those mistakes again. Maybe it was over trading. Maybe it was not following your plan. Maybe you didn't take the trades that you should be taking. Whatever it is, write it down and make sure that you never make those mistakes again. So for example, if you missed a lot of profitable trades that you should have been in, then you make a plan to make sure you're not going to miss those again. Maybe you set alarms, maybe you automate things, whatever it is, write it down, ask yourself why you have the issue, make a plan to fix the issue. And the last question to get the most out of 2023 is going to be, which of the 3 pillars of profitability do you need to work on the most? And the pillars of profitability are, number 1 is going to be having at least one strategy with edge. Number 2 is going to be executing the edge without mistakes. And number 3 is having sufficient capital to actually get an income from trading. Which of these 3 do you need to work on the most? Ask yourself that question. For some people it's going to be they don't have a strategy with edge, which is totally fine. Some people will have a strategy with edge, but they just cannot trade it without mistakes. That's going to be their main focus in 2024. Some people have the first 2 pillars in place, but don't have enough capital, so they need to focus on scaling up in a right way, in a very systematic way. So which of these 3 do you need to work on the most in 2024? And that immediately brings me to goal setting for 2024. So once you know the mistakes you've made in 2023, the biggest mistakes essentially, you know what you need to work on the most, then it's time to set goals. So your goal might be having at least one strategy with edge at the end of 2024. That might be your main focus for the entire year. For some people it might be having 3 months in a row without making mistakes in trading. Could be a goal for you. For someone else the goal might be, I want to have 500k in funding at the end of 2024. Whatever it is, go back to the 3 pillars of profitability. What do you need to work on the most, and set a goal that's in line with that pillar, because that's where you get the most bang for your buck. So you now have the questions to learn the most from 2023 and you've set goals for 2024. And it's all nice and well to set goals, but how are you going to reach them? You know, a lot of people when it's New Year's, they're going to be like, I want to lose weight. Yeah, but how are you going to do it? Just putting in a random goal is nice, but you need an action plan. So now I'm going to talk about building an action plan to reach your goals. And if we take a look at the first pillar of profitability, is if that's what you need to be working on, finding edge for yourself, you might spend most of your time on searching concepts, so searching analytical concepts, trading concepts. What type of concepts, strategies are there? Which one is going to fit with you? and learning about those. It's also going to require you to properly backtest, to work in Excel, to gather statistics, to do robustness testing, to make sure that what you've built and what you tested actually is robust and can work in the live markets as well. So those are really important things. So if your issue is not having an edge, you really should focus on seeing what's out there, finding strategies that other people might be trading, then building rules for yourself, testing rules and backtesting properly, gathering statistics. That's going to be where you want to spend most of your time on if you want to find edge. And some examples can be trading an opening range in the stock markets, in the S&P index, for example. For others, it might be trading a range breakout. So for example, if we have a few days in a range and you get a breakout trading the extension, those are all different concepts. So learn about those concepts, pick what you like, build rules around them, and then start backtesting the right way. That's what you want to do if you're looking to find your edge. Number 2, flawless execution. So mistakes in execution usually come from a few things. Number 1 is going to be lack of confidence in your ability to trade, in your strategy, which usually comes from not doing a proper backtest, not knowing your edge, not having a clear plan. So think about why you have made your mistakes in your execution. Is it maybe that after 3 losing trades in a row, you might get scared and you're like, I need to stop trading, I want to risk less, or I'm not going to take the next trade because that might be a loser as well, and then the drawdown is bigger. Whatever it is, to work on flawless execution, you need to know where the issue comes from and why you have a certain issue. And to fix issues with execution, you need to first know your edge inside out. You need to understand probabilities. So for example, a 50% win rate doesn't mean you win like 1 in 2 trades. It means you win 500 out of 1,000 trades. A 50% win rate can be losing 10 trades in a row and then winning a few and then losing a few, and eventually it will even out to that 50%. But it doesn't mean that in the short term you're going to get your 50% win rate. So understanding probabilities is going to be huge. It's going to really help you to stay relaxed during bad periods, but also during good periods. Next to that, getting a bird's eye view. Understanding that it's normal as a trader to have losing months. Really understanding that, taking a look at, for example, big funds, big trading firms, hedge funds, they don't win every month. No one wins every month in trading. And if you set a goal for yourself in your mind, I want to win every single month, or I want to make X amount of money per month, it's really going to harm your execution, because then you're going to make mistakes, you're going to force trades, you're going to take trades you shouldn't take, all to make that arbitrary goal. That's not even possible. So get that bird's eye view, understand probabilities so that you don't force yourself to take bad trades, basically. That's going to help you a lot. Next to that, you want to understand your edge fully. So you want to understand the drawdowns, what's normal, how does it perform on average, what's the average win rate, what's the average R, etc. You want to know everything about your strategy, combine that with a bird's eye view, with understanding probabilities, and for most people, the mistakes they make with execution are going to be gone. If you tend to miss trades, you want to build something to make sure you don't miss trades. And what's going to help you the most with flawless execution is going to be that boring trading journal. It's a fact that most traders don't journal, but especially if you have issues with execution, keeping a journal is going to help you, because with every single trade you want to ask yourself, was this trade according to plan? And if not, why not? And then after a month, if you review your journal, you can see exactly all the mistakes you made and why. And then you can quickly fix those mistakes that you make in your execution. So really work on that. That's going to make sure 2024 is going to be a lot better in terms of trading results. If your main goal is going to be working on pillar 3, which is going to be scaling up your trading capital, then you really need to build a business plan. Where do you want to be in 5 years? Do you want to build a track record so you can trade for a fund? Do you want to scale up prop firm funding to the max of, to the most of your ability? Whatever it is, think about which direction you want to go and then make a plan for that. Really make a business plan. So for example, if you want to go prop firms, research the firms out there. Which one has a good reputation? Which one fits with your trading style and personality? Which one actually pays out, etc., etc., etc. Research prop firms, know all their rules. So let's say you go for prop firm X and you're gonna be like, okay, I wanna trade for that prop firm. Know all the rules, the maximum drawdown, daily drawdown, when can you get a payout, inactivity, etc. Like, you wanna know every single rule there to make sure you don't lose the account because you didn't know the rules. That's really important. Then you wanna build a plan. What are you gonna do when you are in profit? Are you gonna keep trading, or are you gonna withdraw as quickly as possible? What are you gonna do with the profits that you withdraw? Are you gonna get a new account to scale up? How much are you gonna risk? Build a solid business plan there, because like, you want to trade for a living, you want to get an income from trading. And if you just be like, oh, I'm going to risk this much, I don't really know the rules, well, I know them in my head, but I never wrote them down, there's going to be issues, guys. It's not being professional. If your income is going to come from trading and you do it like that, it will never be consistent. So treat it as a business, as cliche as it sounds. Build a plan there to make sure you get solid payouts, multiple payouts per year, and that's going to help you to scale up your capital in 2024. So to recap this video, please use this checklist that I showed you in this video. Answer all the questions for yourself. Just take an hour or so on a Saturday morning, whatever. Answer the questions for yourself, because the only way to grow as a trader is to learn as much as possible from the past and make a solid plan for the future based on where your struggles are and what you need to do to improve. So thank you for watching. If you know someone that's struggling with trading and want to get the most out of it, share this video with him so he can get the checklist as well. I want to thank you for watching, and I want to wish you a great day, and speak soon.